Hello and welcome. My name is Judy Keating, and today I am offering a clearing for winter solstice. This is on behalf of Wise Transformation. I'm so lucky to get to work with Bonnie Salomon in Wise Transformation. We are two women intent on bringing elemental wisdom back into everyday life. And I'm going to talk about Compassion Key in just a moment, but I did want to alert you to a couple of upcoming events. On January 6th, it's a Saturday, we're going to have a pajama party. This pajama party is going to involve planning with the elemental forces of creation and the wheel of the year in a fun, collaborative, dance-filled way so that you can start to pull together the structure and form that you want to create and fill for 2024. There's full information about the event at wisetransformation.com. And another event, which is very dear to my heart, we are going to do an honoring grief event. It's going to be a 2-day event, but it's not going to be full days. It's going to be a 3.5-hour event one day and an hour and a half the next. But there are so many people in our world suffering loss right now that I really wanted to work with two other phenomenal feminine leaders to bring light to grief and to honor it in a way that is fully embodied, that will clear the way for people to feel more empowered through their grief rather than debilitated, and will give them other ways they can work with it that they may not have ever seen before. So I just wanted to call your attention to these two events. Both of the full information is at wisetransformation.com if you are interested in learning more. So it's just going to be me and the screen today and the lovely people that are here with me. So I'm going to take that off. And I want to talk to you a little bit about Compassion Key. Compassion Key is a healing modality that I discovered about 2 years ago and decided that I would embody the teachings of it. And I am a circle leader and a master practitioner in this particular method. And the method really has one core tenet, and that is that self-directed compassion can create miracles in your life. And this self-directed compassion has a way of allowing you to fully see and embrace those parts of you that you may not have been able to before. It isn't about silver lining. That's another really key tenet in this teaching and this healing, in that many times when we've suffered trauma in the past, or we have had debilitating things happen, grief-stricken things happen, health issues happen, loss happen. We've sort of been taught by our society to silver line it. What do I mean by that? Silver lining means that you determine that it has use because it created you to be different than you would have been without it. So an example, I have a health challenge, and therefore it taught me patience, or it taught me to be willing to slow down. By carrying that inside of you in that frame, you're actually continuing the thing that you may want to improve, because you're holding on to it, because you're associating it, maybe wrongly, with things that you could have gotten in other ways. Meaning, you could have learned patience from great experiences. You could have learned patience from your mother. You could have learned patience from a teacher, or from sitting out in nature. So it doesn't require a bad experience. So when I talk about silver lining, the reason that I am talking about that is we want to allow the things that have caused us suffering to be able to move out of our life without losing benefit or losing good things that are in our life. And the only way we can do that is by allowing the possibility that the good things have come through other means, or that they could have come through other means. Compassion Key works with helping you clear karmic blocks, unconscious beliefs that are running, scenarios that you may not even realize are running. They clear your lens, your soul's lens into the world so that you can create exactly what you want to create without any distortions. The work was founded by Edward Mannix, and I looked at the winter solstice in terms of the energy in the Northern Hemisphere, and I came up with some healing phrases that we're going to do together today. So I did want to explain. You're not going to be unmuted, so I'm not going to hear you, but this technique invites you to hold yourself in the highest compassion. So I'm going to start us off by setting up our fields in crystalline consciousness and asking you to repeat phrases that have the phrase in some shape or fashion, I'm so sorry that you. And the reason that we have that is because we are actually going to ask for love and compassion all around us, and to be speaking to any part of us that is suffering right now in any way, shape, or form. Could be through health, could be through finances, could be through lack of relationships or relationships that aren't fulfilling, could be any number of things. But we're just going to ask that we speak from our highest self to the part of us that is suffering. So that's why we use the phrase, I'm so sorry that you, because we're putting it outside of ourselves so we can send it compassion. So if you just follow along with me, you'll get a chance to feel what it feels like in your body. And before I start, I want to be sure to say to you, some of the phrases may just move right through you. In other words, you say them and you feel nothing. There's nothing wrong with that. It just means that one doesn't resonate for you. But you want to just keep saying all the phrases as I repeat them so that you can feel into where you might feel a shift. You might feel a change in temperature in your body. You might feel energy move. You might tear up. Emotion might move. So because this is such, it's a blessed time of year. Winter solstice is the return of the light, but it's also a time when we are clearing things out from the year. It's also a time when we may be feeling down or sad or feeling not connected to all the hustle and bustle that's occurring, because actually nature is not in that way. So welcome if you just joined us. I'm getting ready to start the clearing. Just happy you all are here. But I'm going to start by setting up our fields. And this is in a different modality just to get us connected, because we are coming in from all parts of the world and I want to create a unified circle for us. So I'm going to set up our fields using crystalline consciousness technique, which I am a teacher of. So I ask to place the vibration of opening in your individual crystalline energy field and in our crystalline group field. I ask to place the healing chambers in the appropriate order for this Compassion Key session for you today in your individual crystalline energy field and in our crystalline group field. I ask to place the vibration of your intentions for attending today and for the phrases that we're going to use today in your individual crystalline energy field and in our crystalline group field. I ask to place the vibration of the 23 crystal vibrations, the 11 universal needs, and mastery in your individual crystalline energy field and in our crystalline group field. I ask to connect you to the crystalline energy field. I ask to connect you to the crystalline grids of the planet. I ask to connect you to the Compassion Key grids through the crystalline energy field. So this is the part where I'm going to say something and then there'll be a pause and you're all muted, so I can't hear you, but I'm going to invite you to say these phrases out loud and just notice what moves for you. And if nothing changes, don't worry about it. It just means the phrase is going to move right through you. I'm so sorry. So much is changing and you are disoriented. So we're sending love and compassion to all parts of ourselves. And we're doing it with the support of our highest self, that part of us that is a part of source, that is the divine. And we could imagine that our highest self is coming in either through the top of our head, is standing behind us, is us, or it could feel like a comfy chair for you. So you want to just imagine that your highest self is with you and you are sending love and compassion to all parts of yourself that are sad, that are suffering, that are that need support right now in any way, shape, or form. So I'm going to say the next phrase. I'm so sorry there is so much polarization in the world for you. I'm so sorry you are feeling the pain of the world. I'm so sorry it has been difficult to calibrate all you have been through this year. I'm so sorry you have been waiting for strength and purpose. I'm so sorry you are afraid of the dark. I'm so sorry you are afraid of the light. I'm so sorry you believe the light will pass you by. I'm so sorry you don't connect to nature's rhythms inside you. I'm so sorry you feel out of sorts this time of year. I'm so sorry you are sad. I'm so sorry you are exhausted. I'm so sorry you are unwilling to accept the riches of rest. I'm so sorry you are afraid you can't receive the light. I'm so sorry. The light makes you anxious. I'm so sorry you feel pressure to do things you do not want to do. I am so sorry you are afraid of being left behind as the energy shifts. So the phrases may seem negative, but they're actually clearing things out from the unconscious and subconscious that you aren't even aware is running. So if anyone has any feedback on how they're doing, you can unmute or you can put something in the chat. Just notice if you feel any energy moving. I'm just going to give another minute for those phrases to move through. And we're giving love and compassion to all parts of ourselves as we say these phrases. I'm so sorry being still feels foreign to you. Let me check in with Samia. Samia says, yes, the last one is strong. So afraid being left behind and feeling lots. Thanks, Claire. Yeah. Claire says, thanks. These definitely resonated, especially the very first one. I'm sorry. So sorry. Everything is changing. I feel heat moving through me now. It feels good. Great, Claire. Thank you, Samia and Claire. Yeah, just let the phrases move through you. I am not asserting that these things are true. I want to make that very, very clear. What I'm doing is I'm lifting out anything that is energetically attached to these phrases that you weren't aware of or that you have karma from other people. So this is not asserting that these things are true. This is allowing them to move out through compassion and love for self if they're running in the background, if they're running into your unconscious. So we're going to do some more. I'm so sorry. You are grieving many losses right now. I'm so sorry. You were anticipating being disappointed. I'm so sorry. You don't know what to expect next. I'm so sorry. You are cold. I'm so sorry you are afraid there are no gifts for you. I'm so sorry you have regrets. I'm so sorry you are afraid you have not done enough. I'm so sorry you are afraid you have done too much. I'm so sorry you feel you are not ready. I'm so sorry you fear you will never be ready. I'm so sorry it's hard to see the goodness around you. We want to continue sending love and compassion to all parts of ourselves. I'm so sorry you forgot to trust your body. I'm so sorry you forgot to trust your process. I'm so sorry you forgot how much you need the dark and the light. I'm so sorry that sometimes you feel disconnected from being alive. I'm so sorry you forgot you are meant to be here now. I'm so sorry you don't remember being selected to help raise consciousness on Earth. I'm so sorry it's hard not knowing what's coming. Okay, now taking another deep breath. If there's anything coming up for you or anything that you would like help with specifically with this time of year, I do have some phrases for the end, but I wanted to have an open time. If there's anything at all that you want assistance with, we can use Compassion Key to clear. And by being willing to share with the group something that you'd like clearing on, you're actually helping the whole group. So if there's anything at all that you want to speak into or put in the chat, I just wanted to open it for this.
Hi, yes, this is Claire. Is it okay to unmute?
Of course. Hi, Claire.
Hi. Yes, actually, I was thinking of this practice the other day. I was part of that enchanted group and I did that exercises and I felt very relieved from that already. So just recently I had an ex-boyfriend reach out to me and I think it was kind of the Mercury retrograde where
Mhm.
all the old is coming back.
Yes,
And
yes.
but what I thought of immediately was how awful I still felt about myself in relation to him, that like
Mm,
like if he came back and wanted to meet up again, like I still feel really like I wouldn't be good enough for him, or like,
mm.
like, and that's what I feel like was kind of trying to be shown to me through him coming back. So maybe could we talk about like some phrases on clearing
Mhm.
maybe not being good enough, or if that's another category, or just that
No, that's great.
feeling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we all have those, so that's going to benefit everybody, Claire. Thanks for speaking up. I really do appreciate you. Yes. And Samia
Okay.
put
Thank
unworthiness
you.
in the chat, just so you know. I
Yeah.
mean, this is part of having this group, this circle is yes, I'm so sorry. And again, we're sending compassion and love to the parts of ourselves that feel unworthy or not good enough. And we're not we're not affirming that this is true. What we're doing is we're allowing those feelings to be seen and felt, and have true compassion and love for them in terms of allowing them to leave through true compassion. So just those parts of ourselves that don't feel loved for whatever reason right now. I'm so sorry you don't feel good enough. And just allow that to resonate through. Again, sending lots of love and compassion. I'm so sorry you feel unworthy. I'm so sorry there are people in your life that bring up feelings of unworthiness. I'm so sorry you're always striving to be good enough. I'm so sorry trying to be good enough for others is exhausting for you. I'm so sorry you received so many messages growing up and through mass consciousness that you were not good enough. I'm so sorry that some people do not bring out the best in us, in you. I apologize. I'm so sorry. Sometimes other people don't bring out the best in you. I'm so sorry. Sometimes people are blind to how worthy you really are. I'm so sorry you are sometimes blind to how worthy you really are. So just take a deep breath, remembering to send love and compassion. And if you need the support of your highest self, just imagine that your highest self is standing behind you, that version of you that is pure love, pure light, and direct connection to the divine that is a part of you is standing behind you and has their hands on your shoulder. We're going to do a little more clearing on this theme. I'm so sorry that comparing yourself to others always makes you feel less than. I'm so sorry you are living up to someone else's story of you by pretending you're not good enough. Claire and Samia, I just want to check in with you specifically, but everybody here. Sometimes when we do this work, there are phrases that occur to you or things specifically that occur to you. So if anything's coming up or you're noticing anything, how have those phrases landed?
Yes, that was really great. I feel it like a very heaviness in my like gut feeling, like it was like shaking, like holding on to something really tight in there. And it kind of still feels like that throughout the whole session with these last set of phrases.
Okay, that's great feedback, Claire. That's feedback for you and it's feedback for me because we can work on that specifically and just see if we can encourage it to move through love and compassion. So thank you for working with us together as a group. And if you're here and this is resonating for you, just allow the phrases to move through and see what moves. I'm so sorry. Unworthiness feels like a weight in your gut. I'm so sorry. You don't understand why you're carrying this around inside you. I'm so sorry. It's been a part of who you are, and you are afraid to release it. I'm so sorry. This is a time of coming light, and you are afraid you are not worthy. I'm so sorry. Miracles are for other people, but not you. I'm so sorry. It is hard being a light worker and not feeling worthy. I'm so sorry. Sometimes the way things work here is very confusing. I'm so sorry. Having the identity of unworthy has been a protection for you. I'm so sorry it's taken so long to feel good enough. I'm so sorry that feeling in your gut feels like it won't move. I'm so sorry you've taken on other people's projections of unworthiness. I'm so sorry you didn't know that just by being here, you are worthy. I'm so sorry you forgot you are a divine spark. I'm so sorry. Feeling unworthy is so last century. I'm so sorry. It's time to release the identity of unworthiness so you can embrace what's next. Barry, thank you for your comment. It felt these phrases, I felt these phrases stronger in my body, and they're starting to move and to move through. Good. Good. How you doing, Claire?
Oh, that great. Yeah, that really did move it. I think the one about the unworthiness being last century, I started like laughing, and that really brought a lot out.
Good.
So
Good.
that was good. Thank you.
Beautiful, ladies. Beautiful. Well, I appreciate you all being here, and there's some more phrases that I want to do just to clear up the energies. Samia, how are you, darling?
Yes, thank you. Better. I felt everything that Claire was talking about in my gut. Also, a lot of fears in my gut, and the phrase that you said about others' projections about me also, that I tried all the time to to give and to satisfy others, and it's never enough, and feeling unworthy all the time, no matter what I do. So feeling really better, and I love also a lot when you say the the last century, so I just don't want to bring that with me. Of course.
Nope, nope. We're embracing the new, ladies. That's what we're doing here. We're clearing out what's in our way so that we can have the longest night in the Northern Hemisphere and embrace what's new. So these next phrases hopefully will bring a little more light to you. I'm so glad you remember that you are a part of the next wave of love, light, and consciousness on Earth. That's a long one, so I'm going to say it again. I'm so glad you remember that you are a part of the next wave of love, light, and consciousness on Earth. I'm so glad you are ready for the up-leveling of light in your being. I'm so glad you're giving yourself permission to make lots of room for new things in 2024. I'm so glad that you're qualified to be a light bringer in 2024. I am so glad you remembered that you don't have to do anything for that to be true. I'm so glad you remembered it's time to shine. I am so glad you remembered you are the miracle. I'm so glad you are ready to step forward into your future. I'm so glad that you are calibrated with the wheel of the year. I'm so glad this will be a blessed solstice for you. How's everybody doing? So I just send love and compassion to you for the, oh, Claire says, great, thanks. Feels so much lighter. Beautiful. Well, if you just joined us, I am done the clearing for the winter solstice, and I just invite you to listen to this again if you felt like it did offer some clearing. And the one thing that you can do is you can actually tap into your own intuition, especially at this time, but all times. Tap into your own intuition and see what you would like to say to yourself, but the parts of you that are ready to up level, the parts of you that are suffering, the parts of you that need support. You can come up with your own phrases. So if there are any phrases that anybody wants to share that they're getting before we close, that would be awesome. And if you just joined us, I really invite you to go back and listen to the recording. We're at the end of the winter solstice clearing that I put together, but I'm opening it up if there's any phrases that anyone is getting that they want to share. Oh, thank you, Zay. Many blessings, many blessings. Okay, I'm gonna give it another minute just to see if there's anything anybody wants to share. I thank each and every one of you for being here or listening to the recording all the way through. I normally do calls that don't include this work, but other work, working with the elemental forces of creation, and there will be a call available for the Cancer full moon. It'll be different than this one, but I felt really drawn to do this clearing. For the collective, thank you, Fairy. Thank you, everyone. Bye for now. Ah, I love that one, Claire. Thank you for, I'm so sorry that you have stress, holiday stress when your family visits you. Be well. Blessed be, dear ones. See you soon.